Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the JAK-12 mod, which is being made by user Alfaka. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is the JAK-12 automatic shotgun from Modern Warfare, which is of course based off the real-world AA-12. And this thing is pretty great, though you guys know me, I'm not normally a fan of adding in more modern style weapons into Fallout, because personally, I don't think they fit the aesthetic. But sometimes there's a gun that's interesting or cool enough that I let that slide, and this is one of those, because I mean, come on, who doesn't want a fully automatic shotgun? That's just cool. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what we do get with the JAK-12, which in its most basic form will do a pretty good amount of damage at 70, of course using a shotgun shell with a firing rate of 59, range of 71, accuracy of 12 for a weight of 6. And as you can see here, it's a pretty good looking gun, very nice on the modeling and texturing, and style-wise, I actually like it. Like I said, I don't normally like modern guns because I don't like that modern aesthetic compared to the Fallout aesthetic, but this thing's kind of a more simplistic looking weapon that kind of has a bulkier design to it that I think actually does look not too far off something that might be in this world, so I don't really mind the design of it at all. And it does have quite a lot of good modifications in here to really help you make this thing more useful into the not just mid but late game. There are some fun stuff in here, and even some very Fallout style things like adding in Dragon's Breath rounds rather than the normal shotgun stuff, or even frag rounds, which is just friggin' cool. Now, as for how you do get yourself one of these in the world, well, sadly, you'll never have this many unless you cheat them in with console commands like I did, because there is only one singular JAK-12 in existence here, and that is going to be over in Sanctuary inside the root cellar, just right there on the bed. And yeah, that's it. The one and only version of this gun, which I'm actually kind of okay with. Normally I'd like a gun mod to allow me to, you know, give it to my followers and whatnot, but with how powerful this thing can become, I kind of like just me having it. So let's go take a look at what we do have available to us here in the modifications. And like I said, there are quite a lot. And we'll start in the receiver category, where we got all pretty typical things in here. You know, your standard, your heavy frame, calibrated, on up to the advanced receiver, which is going to be the highest base damage you can get this thing with, without any additional perks. And it's pretty good there at 122, and you can get that even higher. Now, one oddity though, they're kind of sorted backwards from what normally this category is. Typically standard would be up here and advanced would be all the way down here. I don't know why that is, but alright. We then have a grip category here, where we've got 3 different things, all purely really just aesthetics, where you've got either the standard, a granulated, rubberized, or stippled. Or is that stippled? I don't know. And then in the sights category, we've got quite a lot of options here, all basically hollow sights and reflex. Being an automatic shotgun, you're not really going to be using this for sniping, though technically you could do that if you wanted, but you're never going to have anything beyond a reflex or hollow sight in here, but a lot of good options in that regard. Now then we have our glorious ammunition category, where you can change it from the standard buckshot to Dragon's Breath, Frag 12, or Slug, thus how you could make this thing a more sniping-based gun, minus, of course, the longer-range scopes. And yeah, I love these, and with the Frag, it really ups the damage even more, which is amazing. And then after that, we do have the muzzle category, where we've got breacher device, choke compensator, a number of different flash guards, and even some suppressors in here, which is pretty cool. I mean, who wouldn't love the idea of having a fully automatic shotgun shooting frag rounds or Dragon's Breath that's silent? That's just amusing. Now then we have the barrel category, where we've got the standard, the Urban King, which just makes it a little bit shorter. We've got the Influx for a longer barrel, and then the Torrent, which is an even longer barrel and also adds a bit more of an interesting look to the front of the gun. Then after that, we've got the magazine category, where we've got the standard magazine, an 8-round with a band on it, and then a 20 or 32-round drum magazine, so you can really crank out a lot of fire downrange, which is magnificent. And then, of course, we have a laser category. If you would like to add a 1mm 5 or tack a laser on here, you do have that capability. And then we have the stock category, where it's basically, again, all aesthetic options, where you've either got the Tsunami, the Rabbit Ultralight, or the Power Wrap, but, you know, they do change up the look, which is very good to what you more want. But, of course, a little sad that we don't get anything here. I would have liked if there was a bit of a change to the accuracy on it, but oh well, at least aesthetics are fun. And then finally, we have this, which I'm honestly not entirely sure what it is. We have the sleight of hand modification that we can add onto this thing, which I've added it onto one of the guns that I've been testing, and I genuinely have no idea what it does. So, mystery thing. Cool. Now let's go grab my modified versions that I do have, and let's take a look at these things at our firing range over here. And start, of course, with our standard one. A very nice, smooth animation on this thing. I do quite enjoy, and let's get to some shooting. There we go, the standard 8-round magazine. You're gonna chew through it pretty quick on this thing, and it does have a whole lot of kick with this gun, which does make it a little bit difficult to keep it on target, but it's not the worst. If we actually reload another one there, and don't try to compensate. There you go, 8 rounds, and we went from the target to up top there. Quite a bit of kick, but again, it's not the worst thing out there. But overall, just, I mean, it's a fun automatic shotgun. Just use VATS, perhaps, if you're very bad at aiming like me, and you'll have a good time. Now, then, of course, we do have things like with the slug one, where you can have a little bit more accuracy and, you know, nice pinpoint shots on it, which is cool, and I do like the silencer with this. I do kind of wish, though, that there were some sort of at least medium scope on here, because this actually would make for a pretty decent short to mid-range sniping gun with those slug rounds. And then, of course, finally, we have the JAK-12 that I made with the frag rounds, which got it to the highest base damage without any additional perks of 152. Add in some fun perks there, and you could get that even higher, which would be magnificent. And fire. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, those 32 rounds, it really gets hard to control, but, I mean, they're frag rounds, so who cares? Now, you may have noticed one kind of oddity with, I guess, the animation of the muzzle flashes on this gun. We have, like, an odd bit of yellow striping that goes off to the side of the gun, and I'm not sure why. I've only had that issue with the ones loaded with frag rounds. The JAK-12 normal one here, it just, you know, is fine. It does its normal thing with the muzzle flash animation. But, yeah, with the explosive one, we get, like, a weird bit of particles that seems to be attracted to lights. Like, see if I go this way, now those yellow particles are going that direction, but if I aim over here, they're gone that direction. I have no idea what's going on there, and it's strange, but not the worst thing in the world. So, you know, it's just gonna be a little bit of an oddity. But let's take a look at this thing in use, and of course, get ourselves a lovely Deathclaw, which we should easily be able to kill today. Die, Deathclaw! Oh yeah, he's gonna die, and I don't even gotta aim very well with him because frag rounds. As long as I'm close, he's gonna die. And that's just magnificent. Let's get another one and actually fight a mano-a-mano. Hello, Deathclaw. Oh boy, I actually missed a fair few more that time, so we may die. Nope, we got him with our last shot. God, I love explosive rounds. They're just the best. I always do love when we get things like that in weapon mods. But yeah, all in all, it's a great gun. Again, a little bit more modern than my usual liking, but an automatic shotgun is well worth it. The only oddities are, like I said, with the frag rounds, we get the weird particle effects, and also the collider on this thing is super blocky. As you can see, it's kind of hard to actually get it to fall on its side like a normal gun would. It tends to, you know, do that instead, which is really weird, but considering you only have one of these in the world, that's not really going to be an issue for you most of the time. So it's just a minor oddity, but all in all, it is a fun mod that I've had a lot of good times with so far, because again, automatic shotgun. So if you'd like to take a look at this for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the video. And as always, well, have a good one.